Hey, welcome back to SkyTech. Today we're answering the one question that probably brought you to this channel in the first place. Can you really build a real, working app just by describing it in plain English? No code, no computer science degree, just you and your words. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how this works, why it suddenly became possible, and whether it's the real deal or just hype with a fresh coat of paint. Let me start with a confession, because I think it sets the whole thing up. For the longest time, building software felt like learning to read sheet music just so you could hum a tune. You had this idea in your head, this thing you could clearly picture, and the only way to make it real was to spend months learning a secret language full of brackets and semicolons and error messages that may as well have been written in ancient Greek. It was like wanting to bake one birthday cake and being told you first have to go to culinary school in France. Most people heard that and just quietly gave up on their idea. I know I did, a few times. So here's what actually changed, and it's bigger than people realize. For 60 years, computers only did exactly what you spelled out, step by tiny step. Think of it like the most literal employee on earth. You say, "Make me a sandwich," and they just stare at you, because you didn't specify the bread, the knife angle, which drawer the mustard lives in. You had to babysit every single instruction. That's what coding was. Then AI language models showed up, and suddenly the computer could understand intent. You could say, "Make me a sandwich," and it would go, "Got it, turkey on rye, coming up." That shift from spell out every step to understand what I actually want is the entire reason we're even having this conversation. And this is where vibe coding comes in, which is honestly my favorite phrase in all of tech right now. Vibe coding is exactly what it sounds like. You describe the vibe, the feeling, the thing you want, and the AI handles the technical part. You say, "Build me an app where my customers can book appointments and pay a deposit," and it goes off and writes the actual code behind the scenes. You're not memorizing syntax, you're describing a destination and letting the AI drive. If you've ever used a navigation app to get somewhere new without knowing a single street name, you already understand the whole idea. You said where you wanted to go, and something smarter than you about the roads got you there. Now I have to be real with you, because this channel is anti-hype, and I'm not going to sell you a fantasy. When I say describe it and the AI builds it, I do not mean you type one magic sentence and $1 billion app falls out of the sky fully formed. That's the fairy tale version, and chasing it will just frustrate you. The real version is more like a conversation. You describe, the AI builds a first version, you look at it and go, "Ooh, close, but make the button blue and move the login to the top," and it adjusts. It's back and forth, it's iteration. The describing is real, the building is real, but it's a relationship, not a vending machine. Hold on to that, because it's the single biggest thing beginners get wrong. Okay, let's get into the spicy part, because I know some of you are already typing it in the comments. Is describing an app to an AI actually building it, or is it cheating? There's a whole camp of people, a lot of them experienced developers, who roll their eyes and go, "That's not real building, you didn't write a line of code. The AI did all the work." And honestly, I get why they feel that way. They spent years earning a skill, and now someone with a clever sentence is shipping apps over a weekend. That stings. But here's the analogy that I think settles it, and it's the one I want you to remember from this whole video. Think about a movie director versus a cameraman. The cameraman is incredible at the technical craft. They know the lenses, the lighting, the exact settings, the muscle memory of operating the equipment. The director? The director often can't operate that camera at all. But nobody walks out of a great film and says the director didn't make the movie. The director had the vision. They said, "I want this scene to feel lonely and cold, shot from far away with the light coming in low." They described it. The crew executed it. And we hand the director the award. That's vibe coding in a nutshell. When you describe an app, you are the director. The AI is your incredibly fast, tireless camera crew that never sleeps and never complains about overtime. The skill isn't gone, it just moved. It moved from, can you operate the equipment, to, do you actually know what you want, and can you describe it clearly? And let me tell you, describing what you want clearly is a real skill. Anyone who's ever tried to explain to a barista exactly how they want their coffee and still gotten it wrong knows that being specific is harder than it looks. So here's my question for you, and I want a real answer down in the comments, because this one genuinely splits a room. If you build a working app entirely by describing it to an AI, and it solves a real problem and people actually use it, did you build that app? Yes or no? Are you the director who deserves the credit, or are you just someone who pointed at things? Drop your take below. I read these, and I promise this one's going to get heated. Let me give you a real example so this isn't all theory. Imagine you run a small dog walking business. Right now you're juggling bookings through text messages, a notes app, and pure chaos. The old path to fixing that was hire a developer for a few $1,000s, wait 6 weeks, and pray they understood you. The Vibe coding path? You open a tool, you type something like, I need an app where customers pick a dog walking time slot, enter their address, and pay me through it. Show me a calendar of my week. And within minutes, you're looking at a real, clickable version of that. Not a drawing, not a mock-up, a thing that works. Then you refine it by talking to it. That gap from idea to working thing used to be a canyon. Now it's a sidewalk. So where do you actually do this? I'm going to name names because vague advice helps nobody. The tools leading this for total beginners right now are Lovable, Bolt, and Replit. Think of them like the difference between a fancy professional kitchen and a really good meal kit box delivered to your door. The Pro Kitchen gives you total control, but assumes you know how to cook. These beginner tools are the meal kit. They hand you the ingredients pre-measured, walk you through it, and you still end up with something genuinely impressive on the plate. You type what you want into a chat box, you watch it build in real time on the screen next to you, and you nudge it until it's right. We're going to do full hands-on tours of each of these in upcoming videos, so if that's what you came for, you're in the right place. Now, a gentle reality check, because I'd be a bad guide if I skipped it. Describing an app gets you shockingly far. But the people who win at this aren't the ones who know zero about how things work. They're the ones who understand just enough of the concepts to describe things well and to spot when the AI did something silly. It's like driving. You absolutely do not need to know how the engine combusts fuel to be a great driver. But you do need to know what a steering wheel does, what the brake is for, and roughly where you're going. That little bit of awareness is the difference between cruising and crashing. This channel exists to give you exactly that layer. Not the engineering degree, just enough to drive confidently. And while we're being honest, let me hit the question half of you are scared to ask. Are developers cooked? Is this the end of programmers? Here's my honest, anti-hype take. No, but their job is changing the same way it changed for everyone. When calculators arrived, mathematicians didn't vanish. They just stopped doing long division by hand and moved on to harder, more interesting problems. When everyone got a camera in their pocket, professional photographers didn't disappear. The bar for wow just went up. AI building apps doesn't delete the skill. It raises the ceiling on what one person with an idea can do. The scary version and the exciting version are honestly the same fact, just told with a different tone of voice. So let's zoom all the way back out and answer the title head on. Can you really build an app just by describing it? Yes. Genuinely, actually, yes. In a way that simply was not true a couple of years ago. But the honest version is this. You describe, you direct, you refine, and you stay curious enough to understand what's happening under the hood at a basic level. You're the director, not the cameraman, and the credit is yours. The fairy tale of one magic sentence isn't real. The real thing is arguably even better, because it means anyone willing to learn how to describe things clearly can build. That includes you, especially you. Okay, here's the big one I want you to argue about in the comments, because it's the question this entire movement is built on. In 5 years, do you think I can describe what I want clearly becomes a more valuable skill than I can write code by hand? Are we heading toward a world where the best builders are the best communicators, not the best typists? Pick a side and tell me I'm wrong. Genuinely, come fight me in the comments. I want to see the split on this one. If this finally made vibe coding click for you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because SkyTech is your front row seat to learning this stuff from absolute zero, no jargon, no gatekeeping. And do not click away yet, because we're not staying in theory land. The very next video is the one you've been waiting for. I built a real app with AI just by describing it. You're going to watch the whole thing happen. Every prompt, every oops, let me fix that, start to finish with nothing hidden. I'll see you there. Same sky, same tech.